Welcome back, sea animals. I literally just got home from work. It is 9:30 and I get off at 6. So obviously there is a story time here. So this story starts off with me just being a complete dummy. Like, for some reason, I just don't think sometimes, you know? So I took my iPad to work today because I was working on some stuff before my shift started. You know, I should have known that it was a bad idea to take my iPad to work because I am the single most forgetful person I personally know. Now, I'm sure that all of us can guess what happened at the end of my shift. I left my iPad at work. It's not a surprise to anyone, not even me. I knew that something like this would happen because I've never taken my iPad to work, but I have taken my laptop, I've taken my book, I've taken notebooks. I take stuff to work all the time. And every time I do it, I'm like, you know what? Maybe you shouldn't take this really important thing with you 30 minutes away to work because you forget stuff very easily. I almost forgot food in the fridge one time. I almost forgot food on the counter one time. Like, I almost forget things at work all the time. So it was only a matter of time before I actually forgot something. This was that time. I left my iPad at the job and I carpooled to work because it's 30 minutes away. So I was in the car with my coworker driving back home when I realized that my iPad was not in my bag. Now, by the time I found this out, it was too late to circle back. I couldn't just ask my coworker, hey, can we go back for this thing that I forgot? Because we were already in town about to park the van. So I had to walk to my car, iPadless, and text my supervisor if there was any way that I could go back and get it tonight. Now, my supervisor is a busy woman and a mother. So she was like, I'm already at home with my kids. There's not much I can do for you. You can ask your other coworker to give you a key and a code so that you can go back if you want to get your iPad. Now, clearly, this is not ideal because, as I've said before, I live 30 minutes away from where I work. And I didn't want to drive home, drive there, drive back, all for a stupid little iPad. And normally, I wouldn't have. But here's the thing. I don't work tomorrow, and we don't work on Friday, and we also don't work on Monday. So that would have me a whole week without my iPad. And normally, this still wouldn't be that big of a deal. I can go a week without my iPad. I don't usually need it. However, this time I do need it because I have a homework assignment and I can only do it on my iPad. So now I'm at home texting and calling my other coworker, asking if I could borrow the key. And he's like, yeah, you can borrow the key, but I'm going to need it back tonight because I have to go into work early tomorrow and you don't work tomorrow. And I was like, yeah, okay, that's fine. I'll go to you, get the key, go to work, get my iPad, come back, give you the key, and then go home. That just sounds like a drag. That made me tired, and I've already done it. Now, maybe I should mention, because I don't know when this video will go up, so I don't know what the weather will be like when you're watching, but the weather is horrendous. It's super rainy, it's super windy, and the rain isn't just like normal raindrops, it's like sheets of, it looks like fog, but it's not fog, it's just sheets of rain. It was terrible, and people were driving so slow, which I understand because the rain was so bad that sometimes I couldn't even see. But like, I'm trying to go, I'm trying to get there, get back, come home so I can do homework and rest. Eventually I get to site and I'm looking for the place that I'm supposed to input the disarm code, and I can't find it for the life of me. So I call my coworker and I'm like, hey, I can't find the box. And they're like trying to describe where the box is, but I've never seen the box. So I don't even really know what kind of box I'm looking for. So I'm off on the other side of the building looking for this box that he's describing, but it turns out that the box is on that side of the building. So then I have to run in the rain to get to the box. And once I finally got there, the disarming was actually pretty easy. And he was like, yeah, so you just do that same thing to arm it when you're done. And I was like, bet, okay, I got it, thank you. I disarmed the alarm, I went and unlocked the classroom door, I go inside, it's pitch black except for the red lights that are circling the top of the room, and it looks like a horror movie. If you guys have ever seen Saw 4, the scene where the big guy is like chained to the bed and there's like the photographs hanging all over the place and everything is in red lighting. It was like that. And the funniest thing is that before I went into the classroom, I was watching my own YouTube video about my creepy Uber driver experience. So it was just like I was already in my head about creepy things, you know? I get in there and I'm looking around and I can't find my iPad because it's not where I left it. So I'm like, did somebody steal it? I really hope nobody stole it. Spoiler alert, nobody stole it. I was overlooking it. It was right there on the counter. So I grabbed it and I got out of there and I locked the door and I went back to arm the box, and I did arm the box, but then it had like a countdown on it and it beeped at me and I was like, hello? Why did it beep? And then I waited for a little bit and then it beeped again and I was like, I skedaddled. I'm pretty sure that I armed it correctly and like the beeping was just so that you knew maybe to get out of the classroom. But just in case I didn't do it correctly and the alarm went off, I dipped. After that, I had to drop off a charger to my other coworker because I accidentally took his charger home. And then I was finally on the way home. I got some In-N-Out fries to congratulate myself on this super stressful day and all this back and forth. And I ate all the fries in the car on the way to drop the key off. And then I came home and now I'm home. Thank you for listening to this random all over the place story. I hope you enjoyed. I didn't enjoy having to do it, but I hope that you enjoyed the story of it. And I'll just see you next time in the next video. Bye!